Hey guys, welcome back to Storyteller. I'm coming back to this game because I really wanted to come back and finish up the secret stamp collection. It's been a while since I've played and I really just want to see more of this game. So I want to do the stamps. I did make myself a cheat sheet, however, so then we're not having to search for which chapter we have to go to do each stamp. I didn't look up any of the kind of puzzles because I want to try to figure it out myself based on the hint that they give us, but I do know what chapter to do the story on, so because I feel like that would take too long to try and figure out where we have to go. So we'll start with Romeo and Juliet. We have to create the original story by Shakespeare, and we have to go to chapter 4, part 2. So bear with me as we get there. So recreating Romeo and Juliet.
The cellar.
Tragedy.
Haunted for murder.
Okay, let's get rid of everything. So, they obviously are in love. Someone dies, right? Oh wait, no. It's Juliet that dies, right? But she's not actually dead. And obviously she has to get revived. I mean, this feels like it's just normal. Okay, well, it did give me... That is exactly how it went. Okay. Okay, so in the next one, let's go back to our stamps so we can read the hint. I should have probably written down the hints.
Secret stamp collection.
Original story by Gothe. I don't actually know what that is. Probably not a good thing. Okay, well, I might have to come back to that one. Let's do this one. Isabelle laughs at a tombstone macabre.
Epilogue.
Chapter 2, part 4. If only there was like a way to get to the chapters easier.
Beauty.
So we have to make Isabelle laugh at a tombstone.
Spouses reject each other. Would she laugh at the tombstone if like he rejects? Yeah. That's terrible. Isabelle is just not a very good person, I don't think. As we've learned in the previous chapters. Okay, what's next? I should probably be marking down which ones I've gotten. Done. And age difference? Young dog, old man meets. Young man, old dog keeps. I'm gonna forget that, I feel. Young dog, old man meets. Young man, old dog keeps. Okay, chapter 3, part 4. Okay, there's a bit of a quicker way to do it. Chapter 3, part 4. So, young dog, old man meets. Guess maybe we have to do time. Now you're old. So young dog, old man meets. And then now we need young man, old dog keeps. Does he need to get revived? How does he... If we just... Would he have died from the time? And then he's back young. Okay, yes. Nice. Age difference complete.
And now there's another one that we have to do here called the persistent time. I probably should have looked what it said.
Secret stamp collection.
It just says the end of time.
Apparition. Heartbroken dog.
I assume
dies.
end of time.
Persistence.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Duplicity.
Secret.
What is the hint here? Oh wait,
Secret.
I got it out of
stamp
order on my cheat
collection.
sheet apparently. Titanic. Gotta find it. Oh yeah, okay, never mind. Duplicity is the name of the chapter. So chapter 5, part 3. Heart breaks during shipwreck. So we're recreating the scene from the Titanic. So chapter 5, part 3.
Beauty. Heartbroken frog.
Okay, heart breaks shipwreck? I have to... So, how does this break? The boat has to break somehow, right? The devil has to do something, doesn't he? The devil? Oh my god. He... Okay, so that made it break, but we didn't get the achievement. So... I mean... Heart breaks. I mean, but he doesn't die here. Because obviously, like, one of them has to die. And it has to be the prince, obviously, right? How do only one of them sink? That seems to sink it all. But obviously the devil has to sabotage. The devil sabotages this. Oh.
Titanic.
I did not expect that to do anything. We got it accidentally, kinda. I just wanted to see what would happen if the devil sabotages it, because I couldn't remember. Okay, nice, we got it. I guess because the frog is too light, so the frog doesn't go into the water. Okay. So the next one is fear, accepting that Martini. So chapter 8, part 3.
Duke shoots
Martini.
his wife.
Accepting that Martini. Is that the Martini? Oh, he wants a Martini. Ah, that. Yeah. So he doesn't have the Martini. So does the Duchess, like... Oh. I was gonna say, does the Duchess, like, threaten the butler and go like, hey, you gotta find the Martini? How do I get the butler to have a Martini? Oh. Really? Okay, let's see. Maybe she denies the Martini. And now the butler gets the gun. Oh, he just kills her. Oh, she sees him with the gun. she has to deny twice. But he has to put the gun back, otherwise he's gonna kill her again. Is he? Yeah. If he puts the gun back, does that work?
Fear.
Okay, yeah. So she didn't have to get offered twice. It would make sense if she got offered it twice and it's like the last thing he brought her was the martini and she said no. And then finally she accepts it because she saw him with the gun. But I guess that makes sense too. The next one. Fright Battle. Mutual Ghost Haunt. So this is
Secrets.
Chapter 7, Part 1.
4 deaths.
Okay, so
Right.
I literally had to get rid of one thing. I mean, I don't think I needed this. Right? I could have just had, yeah. I mean, that was pretty simple. I was literally just trying to get rid of this one thing and I got it. Okay. Unlikely match. Baron marries knight. Oh, I didn't even know that was possible. I think I tried to do that at one point during our previous episodes. Chapter 9, Part 4.
Queen
Patriarch.
beheads all men.
Okay. Queen beheads all men. I mean, obviously we're not doing that. How do we get the knight and the baron to fall in love? He wants the throne.
Unlikely match.
Okay, because he got the throne, the baron will be willing to marry the knight. Okay. I'm glad the stamps aren't too overly complicated. They're just kind of like Easter eggs almost. Like of unique kind of stories you can find. Queen and Knight Ghost Love. Queen and Knight Ghost Love. So chapter 14, part 666. Queen and Knight Ghost Love.
Knight imprisons queen.
So, I mean, we'll just start to get rid of things. Obviously, they both have to die. And then they're both in love at the end. Right? Okay. Probably don't need all this, right? Someone kidnaps the queen. Does the knight rescue? Yeah, and obviously they don't get married before they die, but they die suddenly out of nowhere, I guess, and then they fall in love in the afterlife. Okay, next. Matriarchy. Queen marries maid. Chapter 11. Part 5. Queen marries maid.
The king. Baron rules alone. What if he kills the king? Because obviously the maid loves the queen. Then he kidnaps the queen. The maid saves her. And then do they fall in love? Matriarchy.
Nice. She got over the king pretty quickly. Maybe she was only after the crown. Okay, next one. Crown secrets. King and queen catch each other having an affair. Oh. So. That sounds interesting. Oh. Dropped my phone. Okay.
The king.
King and queen
Drama.
catch each other having an
Novels.
affair.
Knight and maid murder the monarchs and have an affair.
Okay. She's catching him in an affair, right? And then I feel like the knight has to save her. Who would capture the queen? Someone has to capture the queen. Would he then capture her? What if the maid sees them together first? Someone has to capture the queen, right? Who would the queen have an affair with? The knight, typically, I assume. So I would assume then the knight has to save her. Oh, there's a cliff. Okay, well we need the queen alive. What if maybe he sees this? If he sees that. Well, he kills the king. But obviously then the king can't catch the affair. Okay, first one to stump me. Okay. Someone has to capture the queen, right? I assume. That's the best way. For them to fall in love. Because otherwise, who would the... She kills the maid, but then he still won't capture her. Unless, like... Will that make him want to capture the queen? No. And so, what was it again? King and queen catch each other having an affair. Maybe they just like... Knight and maid murder the monarchs and have an affair. Can he catch her as like a ghost? Okay, someone has to kidnap the queen. Oh, here we go, maybe. Maybe the king frees her and then he kidnaps the queen. Okay. And then the knight frees her and sees this and then they have an affair. There we go. Okay, I don't know why that took me a bit long, but we got there. I kept thinking someone had to like die for some reason. Okay, that's done. So crown secrets. Dragon King. Queen marries dragon. Chapter 7, part 5. Chapter 7. I thought we did this at one point.
Crown.
I feel like we did this at some point.
Marries.
So it's just like opposite, right? If he never puts on the suit, yeah.
Dragon King.
Okay, that was really easy. Another one where you just had to literally remove one side. Okay. So, just... Gluttony. Adam and Eve get indigested. That sounds terrible. Chapter 10, Part 3, Indigested.
Adam watches his love die.
Do they just keep eating the apple? Yeah.
Gluttony.
Nice. I like that. The name gave it away. Because of the gluttony. It took me a second to realize though. Okay. William Tell, a pierced fruit. Chapter 10, Part 4.
Friedrich takes revenge.
So he has to shoot the apple? Is that it?
William Tell.
Nice. That was, again, another pretty simple one. I like that the stamps really aren't, like, too overly complicated. Okay. Evil triumphs. Snake laughs at Adam and Eve. Chapter 10, Part 3.
Adam watches his love die.
Snake laughs at Adam and Eve. Do they, like, both die? I don't have enough slides, though. Unless he can laugh at them as ghosts. Yeah, okay.
Evil triumphs.
I thought maybe they had to get revived and then he would laugh at them. But he just laughs at their dead bodies. Nice. Dust to Dust, 2 statues of ash. Is that the same chapter?
Genesis. Adam watches his love die.
So is it like the same thing? Yeah.
Dust
Just
to
they're both
dust.
dead in front of the judgment. Okay. Another fairly simple one. Only so far the one has stumped us. And obviously there's the one that I have no idea what the story even is, but in the beginning. Phases, Howling at the Moon. I mean, obviously this would stump us a lot more if we had to go and find which chapter we had to do these on. But I cheated.
Monsters.
Phases of the Moon,
Bernard
Howling at the Moon.
drinks poison.
How do we go about howling at the moon? So he obviously gets turned. Maybe he just like accepts his fate. What's the poison for? How do we get you to howl at the moon? Oh,
Phases.
that was completely accidental. What happened? Did we even need this bit? It just... He didn't change. Ah, so he was just like, he was a wolf the whole night. And he never went back. Okay. I'm guessing that's what it was. That was completely accidental though, getting that one. Chapter 12, Part 3, Logical Explanation. Dragon gets arrested. Dragon gets arrested. Chapter 12,
Monsters.
Part 3, Dragon gets
Queen
arrested.
gets Baron arrested.
Okay, well, is he just never out of his dragon costume? I mean, shouldn't this be enough? He's like... Okay, he has to obviously get out of his dragon costume. What if he never gets in it? He doesn't do anything to the queen. I dropped my pen. So he needs to be in his suit to get arrested. He obviously has to have his suit in there. He needs to still be in the suit and also put it back, right? So he has to, the detective has to check the prints beforehand. Puts it back. But he doesn't know to check it. Ah, maybe. Okay. So he has to see the dragon. Okay, I get it. He goes to put it back on. And then maybe now he wants to arrest him. Yes.
Logical explanation.
I need to get my pen. I've completely lost it. Actually, it's gone. Long gone. I actually have no idea where it went. Right, whatever. We'll move on. Professor cries, hard on the outside. How many more do we have? Oh, look. Wow, not very many left. Hard on the outside. Chapter 12, part 4.
Monster cured
Professor
of
cries.
vampirism.
Professor cries? Was that what it was? Oh god, that's sinister. Garlic. He's got the garlic. What if she turns him? Someone's gotta turn the professor. How does he cry? He cries. He seems to not mind the whole. I feel like the professor has to get bit somehow, but maybe he can't be. Because he's literally only in this slide. The hint was definitely Professor Cries, right? I can't remember. Yeah, Professor Cries. Professor Cries.
Monster cured of vampirism.
Maybe. Does he tell him about this? And then he kills her instead? And then. Yeah.
Hard on the outside.
Okay, so obviously this is like his daughter or something, or someone he knows. Okay. I got there in the end. We did. Okay, next is low bar. Mirror praises Tiny. Chapter 5, Part 4. Mirror praises Tiny.
Beauty.
Okay.
Tiny gets a kiss.
Okay, so we don't need any of this stuff, right? She turned the prince. There we go.
Low bar.
It's definitely a low bar. Poor Tiny. Family bonds, affair with cousin. Oh, yikes. Chapter 13, Part 4, affair with cousin. Oops. Ah, I didn't realize. Messed something up there.
Secret
Affair with
step.
cousin, Chapter 13.
Epic. There's
Chapter
drama.
13, Part 4,
Haiti is murdered by his
affair
daughter.
with cousin. Okay. Who would your cousin be? How do we go about this? If, I'm your parent. So let's say, who's this, Haiti? So Haiti's the parent of Peachy and Bluey. And then, hold on. Bluey is the parent of Tiny. And then, sorry, wait. Sorry, did I mess this up? Bluey, I said, yeah, there we go.
Family
I don't know why I got a bit confused there. I think because I said Bluey's the parent of Tiny, but that's Peachy. Okay. There we go. Look how shocked he is.
Secret stamp collection.
Backstabber. Backstabber. Maid murders knight. Chapter 14. Part
Novels.
4.
Knight and maid.
Maid
murder
marries knight.
monarchs
Murders knight.
and have an affair.
She backstabs him. Oops. So he still doesn't love her. What if she would probably murder the knight if he killed the king? Maybe not. Wait. She see his ghost? She still doesn't want to do it. Maybe. So the queen sees this, frees the maid. So then. Something has to happen. The king, I'm trying to think. King. Would the queen kill the king? The knight, these two now. So the queen has to be gone. But like, this happened. So he still loves the queen even though she kidnapped someone? He still loves the queen. I can't even remember who made backstabs the knight. Maid kills the knight. So she won't. She would kill the knight if like he killed the king, I assume. But he won't kill the king. The knight just doesn't have it in him. Unless maybe like the maid dies and she pushes him off as a ghost. Possibly. But why would she do that? So they love each other. They fall in love, but why would she backstab him? Oh man, now, okay, this one might be the hardest one for me. Okay, Okay, so... like, he has to kill the king, I think. I feel like he has to kill the king. So unaffected. Maybe there's no capturing involved here. I don't know. Would he capture the king? Yeah, he would. Okay, so does the maid know about it and now she's mad? Okay. Why did that take me so long? I didn't even need these two slides. Okay. I just didn't think the knight would capture the king. Okay, back to the stamps. So spookier. Terrified ghost. Says level with devil and ghost. They didn't give me like a specific, so I'm gonna have to probably find one. We'll come back to that one. Frustration. Make the devil angry. So chapter 14.
The ceremony
666. Make the devil
Night.
angry.
imprisons queen.
How do we make the devil angry? How would we make the devil angry? What would make you angry, Mr. Devil? She just keeps trying to execute the devil. Just keep trying to execute him. Maybe he gets tired of it. I love the sound. What would make him angry? I'm just kind of curious. Like if he gets executed? Can't put anyone else here when he's there. What if it's like he sabotages it and then nobody ever does anything? Nobody's ever executed. Wouldn't that make the devil angry? Making the devil angry is apparently tricky business. Knight imprisons queen. Why doesn't she have the crown? Does the devil have the crown? Oh, she gets it again. She can't execute him now. He's too scary. Can she capture him? No. Even after he captured her. Trying to think how they get angry. Why is this sad? He won't marry her unless she has to. They won't marry unless they have the throne. I guess, can he now execute the devil? No. How do we go about making this devil angry? He won't even capture the devil.
Frustration.
Oh! Again, got that one accidentally. So he's mad that the queen escaped. Makes sense. I just wasn't very clear for me. Original fight. Eve yells at Adam. The first fight. 10-3.
The king.
Apparently.
Genesis. Adam watches his love die.
What if she sees him die because of the apple and he gets revived? No, she's not mad at him? What if she never sees it? Can't you put Adam there? He has to tempt her. revived and now they fight? No? Why would she yell at him? I feel like it makes sense if he tempts her as well, then she would get mad at him for tempting her. Oh, maybe she has to die and then get revived. There we go.
Original fight.
Is that the last one? Okay, so spookier and this one, which I'm gonna have to look up what this story is because I'm actually not familiar. I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. We are doing the Werther achievement. I just quickly had to Google what the story's about. So it's the story of the sorrows of young Werther, and it's basically just a love triangle, and the only way he could resolve this situation, he like fell in love with someone that was already taken. So he decided to take his own life instead. So quite a tragedy, pretty similar to Romeo and Juliet, quite a tragedy. So I assume these two have to marry, and Edgar maybe wants to marry Lenora, but she's already married, so now he takes the poison. Okay, fairly straightforward. I just didn't really know the story of... I've never read that story, The Sorrows of Young Werther. I don't think that one's taught in school, at least. I know Romeo and Juliet, I remember reading that in school. So, now we're just looking for a level with Ghost and the Devil. So I assume you can probably do this, and then... So now the Duchess is a ghost, and then Devil. That one's pretty easy. So that means that all of our stamps are done now. Let's just have a quick look.
Secret stamp collection.
Oh, it's all good. All good. All good. All good. So we have completed the entire Storyteller series. 100% complete. Nice. How nice is that? It feels really good to have completed that. I'm really glad I came back and did that. I really hope that you enjoyed watching me do this. I really do like playing all these certain puzzle games. Maybe I'm not the best, but I do really enjoy it. It's really relaxing and quite unique. So, without further ado, I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. This is yours truly, Mellfunction.